Good evening, everybody in the crypto world. It is 8:06 p.m. 12/21/2019. You've got a lot happening with Apollo, Lesotho first, and that is big. With this coming to Lesotho anytime now, with the local people being able to go into the walk-in locations, and the government, many of the departments, using Apollo's most advanced blockchain, which is pushed by the ADF group in Africa in support of Apollo, to all the nations. And so more and more is going to be signing on soon, in Middle East and Asia also. So big stuff coming there. That's going to be very exciting to watch for 2020, which is only, my God, 10 days away. BTC 7170. Basically holding steady. ETH at 127.13 and XRP at 19 cents. The market is holding steady. 187 for everybody. 187 for the billions and 12.6 for the daily. For that, in the news, you've got Ripple CEO claims half of the top 20 banks will own crypto in 2020. Is this feasible? Is that crazy? I'll list this down below so you can read it. More and more banks are getting into digital assets. Yes. You're going to see more custody holding of Bitcoin. Yes. The reason why a lot of the banks will be getting into crypto is they're going to want to compete. Not just banks, PayPal too. They're going to want to compete with the digital banks. And you're going to see a lot of this happening. 2020 is going to be a massive year, like I've been saying, for blockchain and cryptocurrency. It's very much maturing fast and starting to spread. SEC punts decision on Wilshire Phoenix's Bitcoin ETF proposal to February. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has proposed making a decision down the road. Okay, so we got that one. Bitcoin still overtook Trump, Visa, PayPal, and Libra on Google search in 2019. How do you like that? Now, it's got to surge more for 2020. It's got to be a hype and drive for 2020. Otherwise, John McAfee's going to have some issues down the road, along with a few others. Canadian Bitcoin fraudsters face 2 years in prison, having impersonating hit BTC staff. This is a fair warning. I warned you about exchanges. Don't leave your coins on exchanges, number one. Do not leave your coins on exchanges. Exchange fast, get them off. Number two is, when you have an issue with an exchange, do not use Telegram or Twitter. Don't. Go to the exchange website, hit the support email, and do that only. Because if you start getting involved in doing these different ones, they seem like they're real when they're on talking to you on Twitter and on Telegram. Then they ask you to pay up front to process the change to help you, and then they'll refund it back to you. And so many people fall for it. They do it, and then they never get anything done, and they lose their coins. But anyway, these guys here, two Canadian brothers, 23 BTC worth, 140K at the time, off of Twitter. Craig Wright, I put this in my Telegram group and showed it to him, and this is my personal opinion. You can believe anything you want about anybody, okay? But the stuff that he has going on, claiming to be Satoshi Nakamoto, okay? And you look what he tried to introduce as being proof of getting the name for Satoshi, how he figured it out, is this picture of him. Look at him smiling and putting this up to the camera, okay? Yes, this piece, the piece right here, that is something that he or somebody did and researched on this right here, and that's time stamped. But this is not time-stamped. This handwritten stuff in here. So basically that's where he hand wrote how he figured out the name of Natashi for Nakamoto. I should say Satoshi Nakamoto for this. It's not time-stamped. You can write anything you want in there. You can make it look old on purpose. So that's just a saga. New SIM swapping crypto case involves 75 victims in New York. SIM swapping. Another case, 19-year-old based in Brooklyn, New York, who may have stolen as much as $1 million in assorted crypto funds from various individuals. In my opinion, I bet you in bars. I didn't read this article, but I'll bet you in bars, doing some stuff. So not good. Now, directed acrylic graph. What does that mean? What is that? This is what Apollo is going to in 2020. Post-blockchain, directed acrylic graph, TAG. You look at the difference in the structure. Apollo is researching practical applications of directed acrylic graph, DAG. We'll say that for short, which is described as post-blockchain distributed ledger technology. In this technology, will put Apollo's features above the competition, with an expected TPS transactions per second of at least 1 million. Apollo will offer capabilities surpassing anything on the market today. Talking about 2020, how Bitcoin is going to do great, blockchain is going to do great. Starting in the beginning of 2020, in just a few weeks here, you're going to see so much happening with Apollo, rebranding, new website, DEX coming out in full mode with black mode, BTC, and more. You're going to have the CEX, you got turbo forging, fast forging, hyper forging. You got, let's see, aliases, cooking. You got a lot going on. You have Africa working with the Apollo Africa with the ADF group. You got Middle East, Asia. I could keep going down a long list, and that's all coming fast in the next few weeks. So hold on, strap in, you buckle your seatbelt, because here you go. In fact, with this TPS speed of over 1 million, with the low transaction fees, the nano transactions and micropayments, scalability, and sustainability. They like to use that scalability constantly, but it's sustainability. You got to be sustained. You got to be stable. Okay, and that's what it is. Stable and advanced. So when you have this all coming at you, this is the bomb. Now, getting into the all-in-one. This website is changing completely. Very, very, very soon. You've got this coming out in the month of January, which is just 10 days away. I'm not saying when in the month of January, because I don't know. I'll bet you more towards the mid and the end of January for that to be in full mode. Right now it's in beta with ETH and Paxos. BTC is coming. More liquidity is coming, which makes the DEX work. You need liquidity. And with the atomic swaps, then you have the order banks and the candlesticks coming. Yeah, that's coming. And then, of course, the CEX tailored to Africa and the world, that's coming with a new website, in my opinion. This 7 altcoins do you need to watch in 2020? I played yesterday, or 2 days ago. Watch that. Because I can't keep doing it over and over again. People get bored. With this one, I love the sound effects. So, here we go. Sub-second speed is coming. They have only one more thing to input into the code, Steve said. And then it'll be visible. We don't care about the visibility. We care about the rapid speed. Let it be done. Right now it's at 1 to 2 seconds. It's supposed to be going sub-second soon, as they put it. Hopefully by January. In fact, you got one thing too. They had a picture that, or a fact that was put out about something that had happened in 2018 ahead of schedule. One of their productions, Olympus Protocol, if I'm correct. In 18, they cranked. They put out everything ahead of schedule. In 19, they cranked. They put out a lot of great things, Sharding, but it wasn't on time. It was delayed and delayed and delayed. And in Dex, not on time, delayed and delayed and delayed. But it's coming very quickly. 2020 is got to be, and it has to be, back like 2018, where everything is on time and ahead of time. That's the way to do it, and that's the way I think they're going. With George Sebastião, and that's signing, and he is part of Huawei. That is huge for Apollo. Coming. This signing with the MOU with Lesotho is huge. It's in a lot of various government functions, not just one department. It's in a lot. And then this signature deal with the ADF group, their agreements, and I should say their agreement, which is historical, with the 54 nations, ADF group deals with them, presidential and ministerial level. Yeah, historic. You got basically what they're doing with the governments. You got this. And in my opinion, what you're going to get basically is the infrastructure of the governments working with Apollo's advanced blockchain. And then you have the people of the countries doing fantastic with walk-in locations, loading up the Apollo debit cards, and having Apollo being able to be purchased with the national, I shouldn't say the national currencies, but the currencies of Africa, being able to use these CEXs of Apollo, that they can buy and get Apollo and load up their debit cards. That is coming so fast. And working with the governments to manage their minerals and many more programs. That's Apollo. And the reason why the ADF group signed this historic agreement with Apollo, they said it was an obvious choice because of their endless features. The fastest, 1 to 2 seconds at the moment. Domination in the all-in-one. The wallet is the most advanced wallet. And then you have the best privacy with a public auction. It's all there. It's been there since 2018 early. You better get your moon boots on, because why? You heard me just tick off everything that's coming in January. That's going to be just the beginning. And watch what goes on in January, February, March. It's going to be massive for Apollo. And this is no hype. Everything they've put together, that's why the ADF group signed on with them. You have everything gelling. They're working in Africa as we speak, Asia, and the Middle East. They went to Egypt. They're going back. You got to understand where Apollo's going. Going huge. So everybody, enjoy what's coming. Enjoy your holiday coming up. Christmas is only 4 days away. Enjoy that. Because what's going on for any Apollonaut is excitement. And that is for good reason. No doubt about that. LA token fired up. Yes, HIT BTC is coming soon. Good. More and more, no doubt about that. So, this is going to be exciting to watch. And just remember, this website is changing soon. Right there. And in the meantime, go to it, check out the wallet page, and download the wallet. Anyone you want to do, or open up a web wallet. And remember this, if you're having issues with your desktop wallet, your computer wallet, use your web wallet as your backup to it. It's the easy way to do it. If you're downloading a new version of the desktop wallet, always uninstall the old version first and reboot your computer. And the way to do it, it may not show up in your programs list. You basically go to the folders of your computer and go to the program 86, click on it, and there it is, Apollo. Right-click it and delete it. If it doesn't, it says you can't because there's something open, reboot the computer and do it again. Go back to the Apollo folder. Then you delete it, it will delete. Gone. Then you install the new version. Then you'll have no issues. Alright, so everything's locked and loaded there. They have on their YouTube channel, they have their university videos, which come out basically every week. They give you what you need to know about the wallets. Check them out. Just go to Apollo Currency on YouTube, or is it Apollo Foundation on YouTube? One of the two for that. And remember this,
Apollo Foundation is going to Apollo FinTech in a rebranding for 2020. Ooh, yeah. Lots happening in 2020, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to you soon with any breaking news.